This Thanksgiving season, host a cocktail party with a purpose. Host your friends for a fun and delicious evening together and help fight against hunger in your community at the same time.
Serve autumn bellinis, spicy mulled cider topped with sparkling Prosecco. We'll show you how to make some fall favorites to eat, a creamy and crunchy November wrapped brie with nuts and cranberries. Turkey crostini will give you just a taste of what's to come at your Thanksgiving table, and chocolate chip cookie sandwiches with mascarpone filling will leave you thinking, pumpkin pie?
Beautiful flowers arranged in gourds, a fall jazz soundtrack, and a Thanksgiving trivia game will set the mood for the evening. And when your guests bring canned goods to donate to the local food pantry, everyone wins. Happy Thanksgiving!
Welcome to our November Party with a Purpose. And actually, this is one of our favorite parties to host because it's a way to get your friends together and have a good time with them, but also to give back to the community at the same time. Did you know, Jen Gibbs, that in this country alone, there are 49 million hungry Americans?
See, and that's just heart-wrenching.
It's horrible. It's horrible. So this is a way for you to, give back to your community. Instead of having your guests bring a bottle of wine, which they always do, tell them you have the cocktails covered. Tell them to bring some canned goods. Donate them to a local food pantry.
Just one of my favorite parties. I really, really do enjoy this one every year.
I agree. And speaking of those cocktails, the aforementioned cocktails.
Happy hour.
Totally. We are going to be making an autumn bellini. They are perfectly spicy, flavor of the fall, a little bit of sparkle with Prosecco. So you are going to make your own mulled cider, which is actually super easy to make. You are going to put in a saucepan over medium to high heat 4 cups of apple cider. You're going to put in 1 cinnamon stick, 6 cloves, 1 orange that you have sliced up, and a piece of ginger that you are grating and putting in there. You're going to boil that for about 20 minutes, simmer it for about 20 minutes, and then you strain it, put it into a lovely little pitcher, and then just let it cool, because if you had hot cider and cold, let's do it. You leave your hot mulled cider for bourbon, okay? That or brandy? I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's not my thing either. But anyway, we're gonna
This
go
is,
Prosecco. This is good. Yep. So again, could not be easier. You are literally going to fill your little champagne flutes about 2/3 of the way with this right here. Okay. And then you're just going to top it off with a little bit of Prosecco. And yeah, that's perfect. Just get it all like sparkly and stuff.
Nice.
And I actually thought about garnishing it with a clove or a cinnamon stick or an orange. You don't need it. It is delicious just the way it is.
Awesome.
So cheers, your autumn bellini. What do you think?
Yum.
Isn't that great?
Really good.
It's kind of like a little bit of apple pie in a glass.
It actually, that's exactly what it tastes like.
Cheers. All right, we ready?
We're ready.
I like my cocktail.
Okay, so this time of year, you're getting ready for Thanksgiving and you're getting ready to cook a gigantic meal. So we understand planning a party such as this could seem a little daunting and like, ugh, I've got enough to do with Thanksgiving.
Yes.
We're gonna make it a little easier for you. We're gonna do some very simple things. Just on this side of the fence of Alexandra's nemesis, Sandra Lee. So I'm not going to use anything with Cool Whip, but we're coming close. I'm not going to lie to you.
There is some assembling, but there's also a wee bit of cooking, which is all that I required.
So what we're doing is we're trying to get that really Thanksgiving homey feel, but to make it easy on you so you actually do throw the party.
And that's awesome.
That's it.
That
okay.
I get behind.
All right, so we're going to do a baked brie. We've done these before on the show, and this is such a good appetizer for this time of year rather. So all you want is a sheet of puff pastry. Alexandra, you can kind of spread that out a little bit.
I sure will. And this, by the way, is probably one of the most delicious party appetizers and the biggest hit at a party. Everybody loves a baked brie. They're like, how did you do that? It's like,
yeah.
I've been up since 4 a.m.
Yeah,
making the
it's
brie.
magical.
Yeah.
Really. So what we're doing though is we're making it a little autumnal, if you will, and seasonal. And what we've got are some toasted and dried pumpkin seeds. You can do that like Alexandra likes to do with after you carve the jack-o'-lantern, or you can do like myself and Jen Gibbs do, where we just buy them at the store.
It's a lot of energy to chew them,
Yeah.
but I feel like it's worth it.
Yeah. Anyways, either or, up to you. So we've got some of these and we've got some cranberries. So we're going to combine these, Alexandra.
Gotcha.
And because we've got a salty, nutty thing going on there and we've got a creamy brie, what we're going to do is put in just a drizzle, a tablespoon or two of honey in there too. That will add the sweetness that you need. Now while you do that and you stir it together, it'll also make it more of like a paste so it holds together.
Okay.
While you do that, now you can do this with a wheel of brie or you can do it with a wedge. I chose a wedge this time. I cut it in half and I'm going to lay it down diagonal like that.
Got it.
You might want a little bit more honey in that. So you, is it tough to come out? Is that why?
It is. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
How do you keep honey?
I don't know. We should really figure that out, shouldn't we? All right, good. Okay. And then you're going to spread that in the middle of the brie. Here we go. Pat it down nicely.
Oh, you did. I missed the whole part where you cut it.
Yes.
I wasn't paying attention. I was squeezing the honey. That's what she said.
Oh dear. Okay.
Happy Thanksgiving. Alrighty then. Here we
Family
go.
show. So this, it doesn't matter if they spill over because we're just going to wrap this puppy up.
Okay.
Mush that down, wrap it up
present?
just like a present, exactly.
Okay.
And then you're going to bake this at 350 in a preheated oven. Make sure it's preheated because otherwise the pastry won't puff immediately.
Okay.
And what I would do is once you've got this, you can wet it down with a little bit of water, which I actually didn't bring on camera, or a little egg wash. Flip it over so that the seams are on the bottom. Exactly.
Okay. Now we're gonna throw this in the
We're
oven.
going to throw it in the oven until the pastry puffs up. Right, between 15 and 20 minutes or so, the brie will get nice and gooey and creamy, and then you'll have that salty, sweet, crunchy in the middle. Delish.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Okay.
That looks delicious.
I mean, do you want a little bite?
Yes, I do. I do. I do. I do.
Oh my goodness, it actually smells like Thanksgiving in here. Between the turkey and the apples and the cranberries and the pumpkin seeds, it smells like
I
Thanksgiving.
know, and not a single candle going. How do you like that? This is all real smells. Okay, ready? Oh my God, the brie is so creamy, and then you have the sweet and the little nut. Delicious.
Okay, so for our second easy peasy appetizer, this one tastes like Thanksgiving, more so than anything, actually, yes. So couldn't be easier. We took some French bread and we did a little olive oil on it, ran it under the broiler so it's nice and crisp as a crostini. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna slice up some apples, super thin, because the last thing you want is a really thick apple on your crostini. And a little bit of turkey. So I don't know about you, but have you ever bought a half turkey breast that are kind of almost all done and you just cook them up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the best.
Yes.
Because you're going to be making yourself a giant turkey
Yeah.
in a week or
Absolutely.
so. So you don't need anything more than that. So these prepared turkeys are so spectacular and so easy. And again, slicing thin is the key. So Jen, what we're going to do is we're just going to layer it on. What you're going to do is do turkey, apple, and then we're going to do a slice of very sharp. Can you guess what kind of cheese, Jen?
Cheddar.
Very good. And this runs under the broiler. You can see how long this is taking me. I mean, it's minutes.
Oops. Uh-oh, I'm going out of order.
I thought we had this down.
I know.
I thought we were okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. So a little turkey, a little apple, a little cheese. You run it under the broiler until it gets hot and bubbly and delicious and smells like Thanksgiving in your kitchen.
it already
and you did so little, it's
does.
not even funny.
Awesome.
We love you, Sandra Lee. Yeah. So here we are. Look how delicious these are.
These look awesome.
Oh my goodness. I'm having a hard time not eating one right now.
And,
All right.
and they go super fast.
Yeah.
You really shouldn't walk away from the oven.
Yeah.
Stand there for like a couple minutes and boom, they're done.
Yeah. And so unbelievably easy and delicious.
Yeah.
Okay, so now on to the dessert.
do it.
This was actually inspired. Alex and I went out to lunch with a client and had this at a restaurant a couple weeks ago.
Sportello in Boston. Try it.
Delicious. Anyways, and this was the dessert that we had, and it was 2 homemade chocolate chip cookies, and inside was a mascarpone cream. Oh, like unbelievable.
Oh my God, so good.
Yeah, and so I mean, kind of gilding the lily, as our mother would say, but really in a good way. So we decided to recreate it. So, and I know we've been all Sandra Lee on you today, but let me be honest with you, you need a homemade chocolate chip cookie for
Yeah, you
this. You cannot do this with a store-bought one; it won't taste nearly the same.
And if you know Jennifer, ask her to make them for you because yours really are very good.
Thank you. Yeah, I make a good cookie.
you do.
So I mean,
It's Nestle Toll House,
Nestle
yeah.
Toulouse.
Oh, Nestle Toulouse.
Anyways, so I made these last night, fresh out of the oven from last night, and in here I've put 16 ounces or a pound of mascarpone, which is a kind of Italian cream cheese. It's a little bit softer, it's a little bit sweeter, but to it what we're going to add is a cup of confectioner's sugar, if you would be so kind.
I can do that.
You could use regular cream cheese, but honestly, going with what we're doing here, don't scrimp. It's worth it. Trust me. Trust me.
Don't scrimp.
I wouldn't lead you astray. And I'm going to put just a dash of vanilla in there too, just to add a little
I'm
bit
going
more.
to shake this because you're going to get
All over myself.
sugar
Yep.
all over your
Yeah.
face.
Yeah. And I'm wearing dark. So probably should have gotten a bigger bowl too. We're going to need a bigger bowl.
I was thinking that as you were going. I'm like,
Whatever.
we're gonna really cut
All right.
this
It's
one
going to be
close.
good. Yep. All right. Say a prayer. Okay, so this is nice and mixed and whipped. Now, it's going to be dense. It's not going to be,
I'm nervous that it's going
You're
to break
nervous.
a cookie.
It's not going to break a cookie, and here's how it's not going to break a cookie.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
Yeah, pastry bag. World's best invention. You can buy 24 of them for like $4 at your local craft store.
I'm very excited for this.
I know, I can tell you're pressuring me a little bit.
Go, 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 go.
I know.
go.
I got to squeeze a little bit. Relax.
right.
And as you work this down, and you've got your hand, the heat from your hand, it's going to help to squeeze it through because actually right now it's still a little.
Well, you're very strong.
Yeah, I am very strong. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Okay,
That looks
so show that to the
fantastic.
camera a little bit. So we didn't do too much because don't forget you're going to put another one on top of it, and you're going to push it down just a little bit. Like that. Okay, so it's a perfect ice cream sandwich. Now, before you serve
mascarpone.
sorry. Before you serve these, though, what I would suggest is put them in your refrigerator and let them set after you push them down a little bit, because you don't want them falling apart.
Okay.
And plus, it is mascarpone cheese, so you need to keep it cool, anyways. And then before you serve them for your guests, take them out about 15 minutes prior. They're delish.
Do you mind if I?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm not going to wait for it to freeze.
That's you don't have to freeze it; just refrigerate it.
Oh my God.
I know.
Have a bite. Have a bite.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. These are good. I know we said it earlier,
Really
but
good.
you'll be like, pumpkin pie, apple pie. I don't need it. All right. Cheers.
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 Let's set some atmosphere, ladies. What do you say?
Indeed.
Let's do it.
All right. I'm loving this. It's very fall-esque. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We are actually going to do beautiful fall arrangements. We are going to put them in hollowed out pumpkins and gourds.
Oh my gourd.
Oh my gourd, exactly. So what you do, you just hollow out the pumpkin like you're making a jack-o'-lantern, fill it with some floral foam or oasis that you have soaked in water for like 5 minutes, and you're off to the races, okay? Now, the folks at Whole Foods have set us up with some gorgeous flowers here, and the key to this is keeping a small, tight arrangement. Very easy, very inexpensive, okay? So what you want to do, as we always do, start with your filler flowers. So these things right here, oh, you know what? Yeah, you kind of go to town here. You can throw a few in there. You just start sticking them in.
Thank you.
It's very easy. Don't overthink it. And I know we say this a lot. What you want to do is think about the height of things as well. So, you know, just kind of fill in here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know I should have had more scissors here, and I didn't think about any of that. So, you know, yep, just start. And so, Jennifer, what do you want to think, like what's going to be the front of yours and what's going to be the back?
Okay.
Or maybe there is no front. Maybe there is no back. I don't know.
At the end.
And that is totally okay. Yep. And remember, like, okay, so I got some sunflowers too, and these are big. So these can also help you out in filling things up. Now, I did get one thing, which I've saved for myself. A big old artichoke. You will never
Ladies and gentlemen, Alex's artichoke.
She's been singing into this a whole lot today. Yeah, so what you can do is you literally just put this artichoke in just like this.
Oh, look at that.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you're just going to fill in around it.
Wow.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I like that.
See, Jennifer, that's looking very nice.
Is that too high?
That's good. Okay, well, now when you see that everything is really kind of getting filled in nicely, you know, just keep turning around. If you see a little spot, just jam a little something in there, right? You know what I'm saying? Okay, and now Jennifer, yours, because it's the cool on the side gourd, you're not going to get this, but Jen and I are. Oh. Yes, so you and I, Jen, get little hats.
Okay.
So you take that, you're going to spear it in the bottom.
In the middle?
Yeah, right in the middle.
Okay.
And you can kind of put it anywhere you like in your arrangement. You just kind of jam it down into the oasis.
Oh, it looks so pretty.
And then you have, yep, wherever you like.
Of course, it makes me want to be like, hello, my baby. Oh, right. Yeah.
You can totally do that if you want. Seriously, it's totally fine. Yeah.
And mine, I feel like should be sailing the seven seas.
See, sometimes I feel like that's kind of like in front of a coffin, but I sort of like it. So there you go. You have these beautiful
adorable.
little arrangements, okay? All right, so let's put these, I don't know, right about here. Our friends at Textile Designs have done some beautiful invitations, cocktails and canned goods. Here we are.
So
Come enjoy the flavors of the fall and help those in need. Go on our website, greaterbostongallagirls.com, where you can download these and order them. So we have those there. Our soundtrack, Jennifer and I went back and forth on this, and we decided on some nice Thanksgiving jazz.
Nice.
And you would be surprised, there's a lot of Thanksgiving jazz songs out there.
Seriously?
There really are. Well, there's the Thanksgiving theme, Vince Guaraldi Trio, which you hear on the Charlie Brown special. Soul Food by Cyrus Chestnut. And I'm sorry, the name Chestnut alone, I was picking that one, right? Autumn Leaves, we've got Dinner with Friends, Soul Dressing. So this is really great and actually a really cool soundtrack to play for your friends. Speaking of playing with your friends, I did a trivia game for the first Thanksgiving, and I think you are going to be surprised at how dumb you both are. Everybody ready for that?
I probably won't be.
This president
well aware.
was the first to pardon a turkey in 1947.
Ooh, 47 president. Woodrow Wilson. Not even close.
LBJ?
I can't even laugh because I wouldn't have known Harry Truman.
Oh, Truman.
Let me give you one more. Oh, you might know this being Bostonians. What was the name of the Indian tribe invited to the first Thanksgiving?
Wampanoag?
Yes, well done! Oh, you're not as dumb as I thought you might have, or at least as I was when I was putting it together. So everybody, do what you can this year to help fight hunger, 49 million Americans, and have a nice little cocktail party at the same time. And so with that, we say, any excuse for a party. Cheers.